I'm good.
Welcome, everybody, to the Real Sharks podcast, and it's another trailer reaction with your host, Steve and Rob, and we're going to be watching the Alien Romulus trailer today and giving you guys our thoughts on the new movie that's coming out, so let's go ahead and get started here. So, let's go ahead and pull up the trailer here, and you can watch it with us on the screen, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. And this is our live reactions.
Yeah,
everybody.
live reaction. Fede Alvarez.
Yeah. Ooh, that's the name I don't like.
Yeah. Producer, at least.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of face huggers there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's probably because face huggers aren't really needed anymore.
Oh.
That's why.
Lots of face huggers.
Yeah, because they're not needed, so you need to have a lot of them now to make them relevant. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start it off here. First of all, I don't know why. I have a huge problem though when trailers and mostly just trailers try to homage back to like something from like the old something in the past of the franchise. Like that is directly a homage to the original Alien trailer with the alarm. You can hear the alarm going off. That's from directly from the original.
Yeah.
But in the original, it was Ripley running through the ship with the alarms going off and everything.
Right.
This is going to have Kaylee Spani, Isabel Merced, Lean Wu, Spike Farron, David Johnson, and Archie Rennox. From what I hear about this film, Steve, it's an interesting. So two things I've heard is this is a direct sequel to Aliens.
Yeah.
So it's not between
Alien and Aliens, I believe.
Yes, it is. It's between Alien and Aliens, and it's he wanted to make that story. I mean, it was almost to the point where he, from what I was reading, he almost wanted to cut out Alien 3, but he didn't want to do that. So what's interesting too, and I've been reading this around the internet, and I don't think it's true, but from what I've understand is that a lot of people keep thinking that alien is supposedly, for those of you who don't know, the original alien was named Big Chap. That's what they used to call the original alien,
right?
In the original Alien movie. Apparently, a lot of people are connecting Big Chap to this new movie, saying that it's supposedly Big Chap that gets stuck on the ship because I guess they showed some parts
out and he somehow
survived.
Right.
Right. But that's the thing is that's funny that you say that. Thank you for bringing that up because that's exactly my point. Because in the comic, for those of you who don't know, if you ever read the Alien comic, I'll always recommend. Please do. The alien clearly gets blasted. I mean, it literally tells that it gets charred. Its flesh gets like pretty much ripped off. Even in the movie too. I mean, it was pretty much like
he was in there for a minute, dude.
I mean, come on, it was sprinklers and it looked really good for when they
it was sprinklers
on the hyperdrive there. Yeah. But from every reasonable standpoint, we can go ahead and say that the alien is gone.
He's dead. Yeah,
Big Chap is dead. But this clearly looks like it's going to be a kind of a homage to the original with one alien. Maybe not because we saw multiple face huggers, but it does seem like it's going to start off with the terror of it being one alien, and that goes against the whole crew. From what I'm understanding too, is this crew is apparently because the script is under lock and key pretty good, but from what I found out is they're either pirates or they're just like kids, like just some kids that are on their way. Or something. Scavengers, yeah. So, and they just kind of come across this the most deadliest organism on the face of the universe.
Yeah. They just happen to find this species, that's supposed to be like this dominant species.
But it's not that crazy, and for people who think this is like that, honestly, I'm gonna give it a watch because it's not that crazy. Because in the comic books, it kind of happens like this. Like the first time, like in Earth War, it's a ship just a random ship that brings home the aliens, and they're like, oh shit, now we found them. So I'm actually, it looks interesting. The facehugger part that I mentioned though, The facehugger is basically irrelevant in Alien. I mean, from
Yeah.
the point of Alien Resurrection on, there was no point of the facehugger. AVP killed it because basically
Oh yes.
whole point of the whole point of the facehugger was to drop the embryo. The embryo comes out, and then that was kind of the scary part about the first one is that the thing was small, and they thought they were hunting for like this little itty bitty thing, and then it got big.
And it got really big, and then the facehuggers had acidic blood, but then you know you're killing a bunch of them, and then there's no acid. It's weird. And
but even in the second one, they had time to gestate on the colony. Even in Alien 3, the runner, you know, he goes like running out through the prison, and then he gets big. Alien Resurrection, it even takes some time too. There's like a couple days, so it really is. In an AVP, they pretty much just like burst out of the chest.
Burst out
basically,
of the chest.
5 minutes later, they're big. And then that was there was no rule in Alien Covenant basically because they literally. Remember when he came out basically whole like an alien?
Basically whole. He was like already premature.
Yeah.
Like, give him 2 minutes and he's full.
Yeah. So I don't think this is going to be exceptionally bad, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The reason they're even putting this out, because it was originally just going to be like a little nonchalant release, but Prey did so well. So now Disney, I guess, you know, who would have known that they would have been like, whoa, the Alien franchise actually makes money? It's, you know, it's just been kind of held in like kind of like, you know, it's been held in contempt almost, or like frozen for a long time because the studio never wanted to advance no more projects for it besides AVP. I mean, that was like the first Alien film in years.
Yeah, so, and I mean years and years since Alien 3, and it's funny that you say
Resurrection if you count it.
Yeah, man, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm glad that the Alien Romulus is getting a theatrical release because it was going to go to Hulu, but it's yeah, man. Going back to the trailer, dude. Like, there have been a lot of people talking about this is a fantastic trailer.
I wouldn't say it's fantastic. It looks just like I said, a homage to the original.
Yeah, and I agree.
With some blood.
With some blood, and you see the blood. But again. Do you think that's an issue already where you see too many facehuggers, Rob? Like, why do we need that many?
That's what I was saying, is because they're irrelevant. I mean, unless like literally there's going to be like a dozen of those things running around and it's almost like an Easter egg hunt to find them, and then it's the one that gets big.
Right.
There's no point of them.
So then like if you see more than like 3, then they're just in like a bug. You know, in the first film, if you're trying to homage back to it, the facehuggers were scary. Like they were like, we don't know how to deal with it. We tried to cut it off the guy's face, and it was bleeding through the ship. Like they were dangerous. They were already super dangerous. Then when you see a bunch of CGI ones running, it just is like, okay,
yeah,
it's cheap scare, cheap ploy.
What's that? That species in Halo, Steve? That's like that, like the Flood or something like that. The one.
Yeah, I think. It's called the Flood when they're running around doing the same
that's what it looked like. It looked like they're just kind of like just coming to the door like a wave.
Yeah.
So, it's like,
okay. If they're doing that, then that's funny.
So I thought that was interesting. But, you know, I plan on seeing it. It looks like an interesting watch. So
release date is August 16th.